So now that we've seen that Revit doesn't have a command line, the next thing you might be wondering is, well, what about keyboard shortcuts? Most AutoCAD users rely heavily on not only the command line, but using shortened versions of the commands at the keyboard. Well, I'm happy to say that Revit has keyboard shortcut functionality, and in this movie, I'd like to show you how you access that. So let's start with the basics. Keyboard shortcuts in Revit are typically 2 letters. You simply press the 2 letters on the keyboard, and you do not need to press the Enter key. So for example, to execute the wall command, the shortcut is WA. So all I have to do is type the letters W and A, and as you can see, that puts me right in the wall command. I'm going to escape out of there. The shortcut for door, DR. Just type those letters, no Enter key required, and you can see I'm in the door command. Now, how would you know what those shortcuts are? I mean, clearly, if you don't have them memorized, there's got to be some way that you can figure out where they are. Well, if you move your mouse over to the tools on the ribbon and hover there for a moment, you'll see a tooltip. This is common in most Windows software. Right next to the command name in parentheses, you're going to see 2 letters. That's your keyboard shortcut. So you can see the WA that I just used for the wall command. And right here, you can see DR for the door command. And here's WN for window and CM for component. Now, if I move over here to structural column, you notice it does not have a shortcut. Not every command has a shortcut by default. But what you can do is you can go over to the View tab, and on the very far right here, under User Interface, if you click there, you've got a command down here called Keyboard Shortcuts. Interestingly enough, the Keyboard Shortcut command has a keyboard shortcut. So KS would get you into that command as well. When I choose that, you'll see a list of all the commands, and if the command has a shortcut, you'll see it listed there. So you can use this dialog as a way to help you learn the keyboard shortcuts, and you can also obviously use this dialog as a way to modify those keyboard shortcuts. So if you wanted to add a keyboard shortcut to the structural column command, for example, you could find that command here on the list. You could search for it right here. And then once you've found it, structural column, you could click in here and type the new keys that you wanted to add to that shortcut. You can also import and export the list. So if somebody else has built a keyboard shortcut list that you like, you can import from them, or you can export yours and share it with somebody else. I'm going to cancel out of here. So keyboard shortcuts will definitely enhance your productivity, just like they do in AutoCAD. It might take you a little while to get used to them and to learn them all. I highly recommend using the tooltip method as a way to learn them. It's very quick and easy to see whether a keyboard shortcut exists, and over time, you'll start to remember what all of them are.